I broke through, my friend. I broke through. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vonnie Bravo. Now, y'all remember I was telling y'all I was about to make some real controversial content. It's one of those. So this video will be about my first time on shrooms. Now, I've done shrooms a few times in the past, so I have a nice interpretation of what it feels like and what it does to our bodies. So I think you guys appreciate my explanation a little more, just knowing that. Now, I do want to make this quick disclaimer. I repeat, I do not support the usage of psilocybin. I'm just explaining my experience. I advise you all to go do your research. While you're doing your research, just keep in mind that you have to meet shrooms in order to know shrooms. No matter what you hear on this video or any other video on YouTube, words cannot describe the experience that shrooms will bring you through. That is one of those things that you just have to experience in order to know. As an African American, shrooms were kind of taboo. For example, right? I was talking to one of my friends. I go up and I tell him, "Hey, yo, bro, I just took some shrooms last Thursday." And he responds, "Hey, fuck, boy, you tripping? What you gonna say? You want crack next?" And I just laugh because it shows how unaware, my community was, and to a certain extent still is. A lot of people in my community to this day still think that it's a lot safer to do perks, mollies, and Xans than it is to do shrooms. They really categorize shrooms with crack and heroin. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, it's just the lack of knowing what shrooms really is. Now, let me explain to you why you can't put shrooms in the same category as lean, molly, Xans, perks. Because shrooms come directly from the source. And it's been around way longer. When you think of fungi, you think of mold, mildew, yeast. It has such a nasty or negative connotation to it. But science proves otherwise. Now, over the years, these ethnomycologists have discovered so many archaeological finds that prove that humans have been using mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms specifically, for years and years and years. And when I say years, I mean thousands and thousands of years. So let me break it down, right? One of the earliest references to magic mushrooms was discovered in where? Well, you got it. Africa. On the cave paintings in Tassili, Algeria. These images were dated between 7,000 to 9,000 years ago, and they depict humans holding the mushrooms in their hands. One of the images even showed a mushroom with lines connecting to the top of their heads, as if the mushroom symbolizes some type of source of knowledge. So let's go to Australia, right? We can find even older depictions of mushrooms, like the ones at the Bradshaw Rock Art. 12,000 years old. That's a lot of years. And you can see these people have mushroom-shaped heads as well, but theirs are so much more defined. Even if you go to Siberia and look at the Pectomet petroglyphs, which are 3,000 years old, you can also find figures with mushroom-shaped heads. And these ones look just like the ones in Australia. And you don't even gotta go that far. Where I'm at right now, right here in America, there's so much history about magic mushrooms. When you look at the Olmecs, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Zapotecs, all of these civilizations use magic mushrooms for their religious ceremonies. I see the Aztecs refer to their mushrooms as Teonanacatl, which translates to the flesh of the gods.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This has been here the whole time, and we knew nothing about it. Okay, time to set the scene. So being in the African American community, I never really had access to shrooms. So I never really cared about them. Until one day my brother comes home and tells me he did them. He was amazed, man. He enjoyed it. He started describing experiences that just didn't make sense to me at the time. He described things that I really couldn't relate to or really couldn't, see actually happening. And at the time, I truly thought it was borderline crack too. It was really, I don't know about that, bro. You wild, you feel me? But, you do you. That's how I took it at the time. Being that I came from this community that kind of outlaws it. My brother takes it, he tells me about his experience, and then I started to see a few of the white kids in my school, my high school. They started telling me about the experience. Still, no other black person has took it that I know. So tell me about it. And I'm like, bro, what? Bro, that shit sounds crazy. So I started researching shrooms. I started looking on YouTube, looking at the whole nine. You know, I started trying to figure out where they come from, what are they used for, how long have they been around, and I found some very interesting answers to my questions. Seeing this research, seeing everybody talking so highly about it, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta try it. I gotta try it at least once, you feel me? I have to. In the beginning, man, I tried so many times to take them, and it just wouldn't work. Either the plug don't have them, I can't get there, something went wrong. Every time I tried to do it. So I'm sitting back like, dang, bro, is this a sign? Should I just not take them? I took it as a sign for a while. I just gave up. Months go by, and I completely forgot about the shrooms. I'm like, forget it. You know, I'm not supposed to take them. It's okay. And while I'm not looking for them, they show up right at my doorstep. You know, the universe works like that. Sometimes I'll be looking for my keys and then end up finding my AirPods. I ended up taking it, and I didn't feel a damn thing. I've been searching for you for so long. Like, why would you do me like that? That's how I felt, bro. I was tight. So I ended up doing my research, and I found out that it'll be a lot more effective if you drink it with orange juice and you do it on an empty stomach. I didn't feel it the first time, so I go and grab a 3-5, a whole 3-5, the whole 8. The craziest thing I could have ever did. I really wanted to feel it, and the Most High was like, huh, I'm gonna give it to you. I started off with a prayer or a ritual or invocation, as some people like to call it. And pretty much I just imagined what I wanted out of the shrooms while also consciously saying it. Crush it up, put it in the orange juice, go.
Just that.
Listen, I broke through, my friend. I broke through. And this is because I fasted. Like I didn't eat at all before I took it. I started feeling nauseous. I started feeling this weird feeling in my stomach. It's like, it started getting empty, kind of hollow. And then I started to see 4K. Y'all know what 4K? I started to see 4K. My vision got so much clearer. Once I started seeing that, that kind of let me know like, okay, this is starting. Grab your seatbelts, buckle up, it's starting. While it was starting, I started to get hungry. Mind you, I didn't eat at all, so I had to go back and try to eat. I'm in this whole other world trying to fix myself something to eat. It's just not working. So I end up eating it. I force myself to eat it. I go to my car and I sit back and I start to think. If I look like my dad and my dad looks like his dad, then I must look like my dad's dad. And if that go all the way back to the creator, then I must just be a physical representation of the creator. It was so many crazy things I was thinking. And slowly, you know, while having these different thoughts, man, I started to lose my ego. Those thoughts that you have on a day-to-day basis, they're so meaningless right now. You know, this is how I felt. I remember trying to talk to my brother, trying to text him like, yo, bro, this is crazy, bro. I can't believe this is what this is, you know. I can't believe I've waited my whole life for this. It felt like this, right? I purposely set up each event in my life in order to come to this event, in order to come to this moment. All those times that I wasn't able to take it, they were for reasons. Everything is for a reason. Everything is truly a divine design. Once I was just completely lost the ego, I completely just said, okay, it's okay. I can go, it's okay. It kind of represented me dying in a sense. It showed me that dying isn't anything that's bad. It's only here because birth is here, you feel me? It complements it. In the end, we're all truly united, but we express this unity in different ways. I was experiencing duality and oneness at the same time, simultaneously. I didn't know your mind could go not just beyond, but so far beyond what, you know, we think it's capable of today. And then it kind of makes you think, oh, this might be why them scientists used to say we only use 10% of our brain. After taking shrooms, I'm totally convinced that we only use a certain part of our brain. So after telling my brother all these epiphanies I was having, I decided, let me just chill. Let me sit back. Let me embrace the experience. No AC, no phone, just me, sweat dripping down my face, and the shrooms. And surprisingly enough, those hours of just sitting still was more fun than I've had in a long time. After a while, I start coming down from the trip. There's two awkward moments you have. That's coming into the trip and then coming out. Because coming out, you're gaining your ego back. It's like you're slowly remembering who you are. So during this, it made me think about my family and my friends and everyone that I know. And it made me have so much empathy and so much love, like an immense amount of love. I'm not just saying love, like this is more love than I've ever felt in my life. It was just an immense amount of love, you know, throughout the rest of the trip. I can honestly say that trip changed my life forever. Not in the sense that I'm this perfect person now, or that all my problems were suddenly fixed, but in the sense that my perspective is forever changed. I forever had that memory to look back on and to reflect on. Your mind on shrooms is like a template. You can get on this template, observe the format of the template, how it was constructed, and then you can take this knowledge and bring it back to your sober mind so that you can now apply it. Now before I leave, I wanted to reason on why shrooms will never be accepted in mainstream society. And it's quite obvious. Once you take them, you'll definitely see why. It's because it forces unity. It forces the subjects that it encounters to see the unity in all things. And unfortunately, these world powers, you know, these powers that be, they don't want unity. They benefit more from separation. Can't say that's neither good or bad. It just is what it is. I really hope y'all enjoyed the experience. Please don't take anything I say as true. Go look it up yourself. Do your own due diligence, because true light can only be found through self-seeking. Make sure y'all continue to rise up and wise up. Peace.